G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and we're back with another official content video. So this playthrough is one, I think it's the only other real request that I've had so far for an actual villain that folks in the chat have been asking for, and so we're going to be looking at Annihilus. A little while ago, a few weeks ago, I think a few folks started playing Annihilus and sort of posting up reports and stories about that on the Fanatic or the CMON Fanatic Facebook page, and yeah, there seemed to be a bit of excitement building up there, and so yeah, then I had some folks on the channel asking to see Annihilus, so that's what we're going to go with. We actually had a look at who was it? The Annihilus's box, I think Annihilation, a little while ago when I was going through the different expansions, and so we used the heroes in that set, but we didn't really look at Annihilus. I think we looked at Sentry instead, because that was another character that I had a request for, and I frankly was a little bit more interested in fighting him, because I'm not going to lie to you folks, there's something about Annihilus. Look at his face here. Something about Annihilus that just, I don't like the cut of his jib. Look at this. That face just, it creeps me out. I don't like it. So it's just something about him. I don't know anything about him. Don't really know the story or anything like that, but I know that I don't like him. Look at him. Look at these spiky shoulder pads and this creepy face. Yeah, he's not cool. I don't like him. So I've been a little bit afraid of taking him on. But, you know, folks wanted to see him, so I'm going to man up and and take him on. So we'll see how we go with that. Before we dive into Annihilus, though, I want to just point out I did have someone request a little while ago that they wanted to see what the campaign cards were like and how they worked. So what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I'll do a little sort of like a run through of just how the campaign cards work. There'll be a little bit of spoilery stuff there, so if you don't want to see it, obviously skip that part sort of thing. But if you are interested in seeing that, I'll put that at the end of this video as well. And there's another little bonus sneak peek thing that I'll be showing you as well at the end as well. So stick around if you're interested in that. But otherwise, let's have a look at Annihilus and see how we go, see how quickly we get annihilated. So we're going to flip over here. And, oh god, look at that face. Get out of here. All right, so all right, so Annihilus. The only special setup here is that you must use Arthros, which is one of the locations in the Annihilation box set, and yeah, it must be the villain starting location. And then we've got some super villain info there if we're playing that mode. We're going to be teaming up with 3 heroes today, so we're going to have him starting at 6 health here. And let's have a look at his special rules. I've heard that he's quite hard, so I'm a little bit scared, but you know, we'll see how we go. When a hero is KO'd, he doesn't activate his BAM, instead he increases his Annihilation track by 2. That's right, he's one of these villains that has a track, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm going with a purple cube. We've got so many cubes now, we're sort of spoiled for choice, aren't we? So I'm going to go with purple. So yeah, basically if he KOs you, he jumps up the track quite a bit. Well, let's have a look at how he KOs you. First of all, he's got his BAM, so he deals 2 damage to 1 hero in his location and 1 damage to 1 hero in each adjacent location. Yikes, okay. And then this is scary, look at this. Not just if there's an overflow, but for each token, thug or civilian, that can't be added to a location, increase the track by 1. So, oh, that's going to be a problem. Let's have a look at this. This is his villainous plot. So besides winning by sort of decking out, running out of cards, or if we run out of cards as well, he can win if he reaches the end of the track. Now we're playing with 3 players, so the end of the track is going to be 16 for us. If we were playing 4 players, it would be 18. 2 players, it would be 14. And I believe the rule for like Commander Solo mode would be you'd treat that as a 2-player game. So yeah, 14. So there we go. That's pretty much what he's bringing to the party. Nothing too fancy, nothing too over the top or different. Doesn't really break the rules in a lot of different ways with that. But he just seems like story-wise, he's quite powerful. I think he's some sort of like galactic invasion leader or something like that. Comes from the negative zone or something like that. I'm not sure what all that has to do with anything, but that's what I'm hearing. So apparently he's just powerful, so I think that's how he's going to work in the game. We're going to set up his little cube here. We're going to put his 6 health here. He doesn't have any special starting... well, let's double check that actually. Don't think he's got any special starting thingies here. I'm going to try and play a little bit more speedy today if I can, because I don't know if we've got as much battery life, so I'm hoping we don't cut out halfway through. I better speed up this intro, by the way. Nope, no starting hand cards or starting master plan cards. Now, if we have a look here, oh, and actually, let's just before we start, let's have a look at his creepy face. Ugh, look at that. Yikes. So we're going to use him, and he's got Arthros up the top there. That's his location. Let's go around and have a look at the other threats. So he's got, I think, 3 copies of these Annihilus Seekers. They've got 4 health. They deal a damage to a hero when there's a BAM. And also they do an extra damage, so 2 damage, if that character has at least 1 face-up hero card with special effects in the storyline. So if you try and soup up your character, these guys hit you harder, I guess because they're looking for superpowers or something like that, I don't know. So there's 1, 2, and 3 of those. And then there's actually like a, kind of like a lieutenant, I guess, like a commander of the Annihilus guys called Ravenous. I'm guessing that's his name. So he deals a damage to 1 hero in this and at each adjacent location. He's got 5 health. But he doesn't power up. Oh, and also, just to show you this, he's got 5 health, but have a look there. He's holding a little helmet there, so we'll have a look at that a little bit later. We're going to have 5 health here, 4 health here, 4 health, and 4 health. And the last 2 threats here are the Annihilation Wave. So he leads a wave of Annihilation, I guess. Apologies for all those folks who really know a lot about Annihilus. I probably am not doing justice to him here. I should, show a little bit more deference, I guess. Oh, the Annihilation Wave, so it's pretty scary. Each thug in this location requires 2 damage to be defeated. Each civilian in this location requires 1 extra heroic to be rescued. I don't like it. So there's 2 of those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we've got, I thought I'd just chuck a whole bunch of like spacey sort of locations, and I haven't really used a lot of space locations, I don't think, in a while, like from the older sets. So we've got Morag, Arthros, Nowhere, Xandar, I think this is, the Milano. I thought it'd be cool to start in a spaceship, so we've got the Milano, and we've got Krelar. I think this might be from Annihilation as well. The rest, I think, are from Guardians of the Galaxy, apart from Arthros, of course. So there we go. Now let's have a look at our hero team. So we have, well, let's start with the first one here. We've got, this might be our first time using a character from the Multiverse core set, actually. So we're going to use, I thought we'd try and get some spacey characters, and I figure like Asgard's kind of like spacey, isn't it? So we've got Mighty Thor. So she's pretty cool. Then we've got Nova. I think this guy's called Nova Prime technically, and I thought he'd be cool because that lieutenant guy seemed to have this guy's helmet, or I think the Nova guys, kind of a whole bunch of them wear similar helmets. So I'm not sure if it's specifically this guy's helmet or someone else's. And again, not using anyone else from the... Actually, I think Nova Prime is from the Annihilation set, so there you go. But I thought we'd go with a different character again. I think this one's kind of spacey. She's called Moon... oh man, there's so many Moon characters. Moonstone, I think. And well, she's got Moon in her name, right? So that's kind of spacey. So I figure she's floating and stuff. So I imagine she flies up into space occasionally. So there you go. We've got Moonstone. I think she's from the promo set, so there you go. Alright, so we've got our team there, spacey characters. I didn't want to sort of recycle the ones we used from Annihilation last time. Let's have a look at the decks. So I've taken out the double wild from Mighty Thor here because we are going to use her hammer. I thought, well, if we're using Thor, we've got to use the hammer. Okay, so there we go. So 1, 2, 3 cards to start off with her. She has a move and a heroic, a double heroic, and a single heroic. Now, her card here, her equipment card, let's have a look at this. So we can focus that, there we go. We can use it in the draw card step. Instead of drawing the top card from your deck, you can search the deck for the Mjolnir card and draw it, and then shuffle the deck again, and then turn this face down. And then you can flip it back up again at the end of your turn if you played a hero card with no special effect a turn. So basically you sort of can keep searching for Mjolnir cards if you sort of take a break from using special effects. So there we go, that's what she's bringing to the party. Now this guy, Nova Prime, he's got a bottom of the deck card, so we'll keep that as a surprise for later. And hopefully it's not one of those cards that, like what's that one, Superior Spider-Man, where he makes you go get another character out of the box. So hopefully that does, you know, we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't happen. All right, so 1, 2, 3. No starting hand card. So we'll put that there. What's he got? Oh, he's flies. So he's got a move and a punch. Now we are using double heroics with this guy because, not heroics, double wilds, which we happen to get, so that's amazing. But we're using those because he does not have equipment and I like to play in that mode. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So now this is I'm pretty sure this is Moonstone. We'll find out in a second. I think the Cassandra Nova looking one is Moon Dragon, I think. I always get those two mixed up. Alright. So 1, 2, and we've got a starting hand card. Let's see. It is Moonstone. Here we go. Cool. That's good. Alright. Intangibility. So it just gives a movement, but it's a always in effect thing. If it's in a storyline, you may ignore a damage each turn. But if you do, you must ignore an action on your next turn. Right. Okay. And then we've got a move and a punch. And we've got a single movement. Okay. Well, there you go. I think we are good to go. So let's get into it. I hope you guys are all enjoying yourselves at the moment. I think some of you might be heading into autumn, I think. Some heading into spring. Here in Australia it's super hot. It's a very, very hot spring so far, so we'll see how we're going. But yeah, I also know that there seems to be some movement in Europe with the pledges arriving and that sort of stuff, or at least starting to arrive, or arriving soon, hopefully. So fingers crossed, hopefully that stuff's all starting to arrive for you. So Martin V, or Martin VZ, and others over in Europe, you know, good luck. I hope your stuff gets to you real soon. And in the UK as well, if things are arriving in Europe, things must be getting pretty close in UK as well. And if you're in the States and still waiting, or anywhere in the world really and still waiting, I hope your stuff is not too far away. So yeah, the Canadians have been lucky recently, and it's time for the Europeans to have their fun as well. So yeah, enjoy everyone. All right, let's get down to the table and enjoy this game too. Okay, is there anything else I've forgotten? I don't think so. I think we're looking good. Let's just get cracking. So, yikes. I did shuffle this, didn't I? Okay. So, alright, let's have a look. What's he got? What's he doing to us? Alright. Maybe I should hold that back a little bit. Should I do that? Okay, what does it say? He's moving 4, so he's flying around over here. Okay. Then he bans. Ooh, negative zone. Okay, so hopefully this will explain what the negative zone is. But so he's going to ban, which I believe is going to hit one of us. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in his location and 1 to 1 hero in the adjacent one. So, well, who's got something that's not necessarily super useful? I think Moonstone had like a single movement, didn't she? Yeah, let's have her take the hit. Plus she could maybe go intangible So she might have a little bit more survivability there. So she's taken a hit. Then we go around and bam. So he does like a super bam. No, sorry, he does a normal bam, but then makes it more powerful if we've played cards, which we haven't yet. So normal bam. It doesn't go adjacent, does it? No. Okay. Normal. Now this guy does hit adjacent, but we're not in the danger zone at the moment. And then we're okay here. Now, negative zone. Right. Bring one random... Oh, no. Okay, well... Good, because that hasn't happened yet, but now we know if we're clearing threats, they could come back. Negative zone invasion. Alright, so bring one cleared random threat back into play in the next clockwise location without a threat if possible. No, luckily that's okay. He is going to put a bunch of thugs down. 1, 2, which is a problem because I think I was hoping... Oops, sorry, I put them in the wrong spot. I was hoping to focus on civilians. I think there's quite a few civilians to start with on the board, but we're going to run out if he keeps putting thugs down. Alright, well there you go. That's what he's up to. I suppose that wasn't too bad a start. That wasn't too bad. He hasn't done any... There's no overflow yet, but this is full now, isn't it? Alright, what do we concentrate on now? We're going to try and smash someone, or are we... Right, what are we doing? Okay, well... Speaking of smashing someone... Now this is a problem. This Milano's only got 2 spots, doesn't it? That was an awesome choice of location. Maybe I should have been a bit more strategic in my choices of locations. She's got a bunch of heroics, so I've got to draw a card, but we could work on this just to get rid of this, because this is going to make clearing these guys a problem, and with so few spots, that's going to fill up and start driving this up pretty soon, isn't it? So that's an issue, but what I'm thinking is, what we could do is we could... She's got this hammer, right? Now the problem is, maybe I should be trying to take these guys out and then start playing my special cards once they're gone so they're not hitting so hard, but considering these guys come back, it just might be a thing we just have to bite the bullet with that. So I'm just thinking, I'd like to maybe save my attacks. I don't think this is a super attack heavy team. So I sort of want to save my attacks for fighting this guy, maybe clearing thugs, but I know I'm going to have to take out at least some Annihilus Seekers because the Annihilation waves, there's only 2 of them, right? Unless we rely on getting them back. So I think what I'm going to do is flip my Mjolnir thing anyway now, just so we also get to use it that way too. So if I die in the second turn, at least we've seen some equipment. So this lets me, in my draw step, instead of actually drawing normally, this is why I have to declare this now, I get to look through, find a Mjolnir card. How many? Let's just, as we're looking through, so there's 2 Mjolnir cards. Alright, so we know that we can only play this trick twice, unless there's ways to like bring cards back out of your storyline and all that sort of stuff. Alright, so we'll shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So that's our card draw for the turn. We get this card now. Now after all that, am I going to play it? I think I am going to play it now that I've done that, but alright. It might have been a better idea to go for the stars here, but yeah. So Mjolnir gives us 3 punches against... okay, good, okay, sweet. Against a single target in your location. I was thinking, oh wait, because I was thinking, oh maybe I should split this up and take out some of these thugs here, but I think I do want to just try and get rid of this Annihilus Seeker straight away. So I'm going to play this. It's going to give me a movement. I'm going to use it. Now I could start heading this way and dealing with this guy, but I think I'm going to go here. So I'm going to come over this way. I'm going to drop these 3 hits on this guy here. That's going to take 3 damage off him. He's got 1 left. That's my turn for Mighty Thor. Now, Nova Prime's just drawn something special here, so I'll let you guys have a look at that. Hopefully you can read that. Okay, it is Nova Force, wild in an adjacent location. Interesting. What if I got a movement? Interesting. wild in an adjacent location. Oh, now this is interesting. Alright, so I play this. Well, hold on, what else have I got? Oh, I've got a double wild. Oh. Now hold your horses. Hold your horses. What has she got? She's got to move. Star. Oh man. Okay. We could do a bunch of stuff here. We could do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we could do a bunch. He plays his double wild instead of the Nova. Nova Force is cool, but I mean, double wild. Let's get out to a good start. So, alright, the question is, what am I going to do? I've got that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay here. Or am I? See, she can move. Yeah, she can move, so I'm going to get her to come in and finish this guy off next turn. I'm going to play the double stars here and just put, or sorry, the double wild and put 2 stars on here, I think. Now, am I going to move in this direction? You know what, I think I am. I think I'm going to come around this way. I think we're going to try and team up and finish this off as quick as we... Or are we? What do I want to work on? Civilians or... She does have quite a few heroics, so she could probably work on this by herself. But if I move here, I'm putting him at danger of getting hit, aren't I? You know, I think these guys are pretty speedy. I'm going to move over here anyway. Alright, so I can go back and forth if I need to. Alright, so that leaves us with... Oh, here we go. Fancy card here. I've got to check this out. So I've got a double wild that... what's his name? Nova Prime has given us. I believe we can see there. Gravity manipulation. Move any number of villains, henchmen, and thugs from adjacent locations to your location. No, thank you. If you do, double punch in your location. Wow, okay, that's cool for later on. That is cool for later on, but that is not what I want to do in the Milano. We do not want to have a big party in the Milano right now. So we are going to... yeah, we've only got this on loan from Star-Lord and he would not be happy. Do we set up this intangibility now? I mean, it's going to make these things hit us harder, but she can then ignore a damage from other things. Yeah, maybe. Like she could ignore this guy's damage if she's doing that. So that could be useful. Yeah, let's do that. So let's move. And this way we've got these 2. So what I can do is I can finish this one off with one of the heroics. Now, you know what I haven't done? Oh, man. Ugh. I got too caught up in clearing threats, didn't I? And I haven't done any work on civilians or thugs. That's a bit silly. But it is what it is. You know what? I'm not going to put that under there because I know I'm going to have to probably grab more of those later, aren't I? So we've done that. And I'm going to move in here. This lets us move to any other location, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to move in here, use my last wild to finish off the Annihilus Seeker. Alright, that's another threat. Gone. Okay, this says, end of turn, you may discard a card to reveal the top card of your hero deck. Gain action tokens equal to the symbol at the bottom of the card you revealed. Symbols at the bottom of the card you revealed. Well, I don't really want to do that at this stage, so I think we're just going to sit there. Okay, got any healing spots? Maybe Xandar's a healing spot, I don't know. Alright. Well, that's all we can do. Let's see how hard he hits us for not working on the thugs and civilians. 2. Alright. 1, 2. And a bam. So hits twice. Hits here, lucky. Bam. 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 We're lucky there. Oh, but he is going to put... Okay. Man, he's putting more thugs down. Well, do we have to just see the writing on the wall and say, you know what? Thugs it is, guys. Thugs it is. Alright, so one. Oh man. There's going to be a lot of overflows here soon. 1, 2. Yikes. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. Thor. Alright. What are you doing, Thor? You've got to draw a card. You up to Thor, is that right? That was a quick turn. I like a quick villain turn, that was good. Alright, so we didn't miss anything there, right? Nope, we're good. Yep. Things are about to get bad, aren't they? Things are about to get bad if we keep messing with this stuff here. So here's what we need to do. We need to clear this so we can start clearing these guys easily. That was the name of the game coming over here, and well, no, finishing that one off there, wasn't it? Alright, so we've been given a movement, which is not a lot. So jelly, but not a lot. Alright, so let's go. Points if you get that reference. BBC kids. Alright. Jelly, but not a lot. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to step in. Oh, now I do have 2 stars that I could use to rescue these guys. But you know what? Someone else can rescue these guys with the stars I've just used. Let's step in with the movement we've got. We may as well and put 2 stars on here. Because we want to be able to do rescues and punches and all sorts of things here. Alright. There we go. That's done. Out of the way. And now it is Nova Prime's turn. Alright. We're going to draw another card. We get a punch and a move. That's alright. That's pretty good. Right. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do? Punching location. How many thugs, how many civilians are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we get at least one more drop where he actually drops civilians, that's enough. But the thing is, another reason we really want to start targeting thugs is just because there's so many thugs filling up the spaces. So if we don't deal with the thugs and we go with civilians instead, then these places are just filling up. So I think we're going to have to pivot to the thugs. So in that case, we've already got enough civilian sort of stuff here. I just need 1 star for this. So what I really want is maybe a movement. I'll play this movement. It gives me a punch as well, so I can start working on the thugs. So let's do this. Let's go. Let's punch 1 thug here. There we go. Let's move in and let's rescue 1 civilian from there. And let's finish this location off. Alright. There we go. Now we've got to be careful with racing through these threats too. You know, it'd be nice if we could get like one of those threats back again. And then we could spend more heroics on this one rather than having to spend more punches, because I feel like we're going to have to spend a lot of punches here. Alright, so done 1 punch there. 1 civilian. Ooh, you may gain a wild token. Well, there you go. That's pretty good. Morag. I have to remember that. Alright. Every game on the channel from now on, you're going to see Morag is going to be featured. You just gain a token. Gain a wild token. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Alright. Right. So let's have a turn with Moonstone. Alright, Moonstone. Oh, hold on a second. Now, what did Thor play? She played a double thingy. Now, does this automatically recharge? What's happened here? At the end of your turn, if you played a hero card with no special effect, yeah, okay, we get Mjolnir back. Boom. There we go, Mjolnir. Nailed it. Alright. Ooh, we've got 2 of these gravity manipulation things. Now, what's the story here? What is the story? Move any number, so you don't have to bring everyone in. Interesting. That's very interesting. It gives them movement though. So what have we got? We've got... So I could move... I could play... Hold on. I think I've got to... Wait, no, I did draw a card, didn't I? Yep, because she's damaged. Alright. So let's have a look at this one. That's the move... That's the star and punch. So I could play that. I'd be able to move in, or move this way, do a rescue and 2 punches. So that's a thing I could do. A rescue and 2 punches. Alright. Or, if I do this, I can move, draw two jabronis in, 2 of these guys, and just hit him twice, do 2 damage, plus that one I could basically defeat 3 thugs. Maybe that's what I want to do. I wouldn't be giving as much cool stuff to the next character, but I'd be giving them a movement. That's not too bad. Let's maybe do that. So what, okay, so let's have a think about this. So I've got that. Oh, I've got 2 movement as well. Interesting. I don't think I want to use both movement though, because what I want to do is move here. Oh man, we really are like teaming up, aren't we? I'm going to move here, do 1 punch, bring as many others as I want in. So I'm going to bring these 2 in. Then I'm going to and you know what? I can bring even more in, can't I? From adjacent locations. Because what I could do is I could bring this guy in. Is that right? As many? Move any number of villains, henchmen, and thugs from adjacent locations to your location. So I can do that. Then I'm going to punch twice, still leaving that with 2. That leaves that one with 2. And I've just done 3 on my way to victory there. Alright, that's pretty cool. And then I gain... The reason I wanted to not go any further was... A, I don't want to stand next to this guy. Although she actually could... She could avoid him sort of with her damage reduction thing, but then she'd be lessening her turn. So if we can avoid that, that's probably pretty good. And we get a wild token, so that's pretty good. Now the only thing is now, and we've got to go deal with this guy, or at least get near him to deal with some of this stuff. Otherwise, every time he comes around here, that's going to be bad news. Like, we've dealt with this side of things, not too bad, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, well, let's check out the old Annihilus. Alright, what's he up to? Is it Annihilus's turn? I think it is. Alright. Ugh, that was a pretty cool card though, I like that one. Gravity Manipulation. 4. Is he landing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. Okay, someone is getting hit. So this is interesting. Now it's like, okay, do I let her take the hit because she can just ignore it, but then she doesn't get to use as many actions? Oh, you know what? That actually might not be a bad idea anyway. That might not be a bad idea anyway, because in her turn, if she ignores... If you do, you must ignore 1 available action in your next turn. So she could just ignore the movement, stay here, get a wild, and keep drawing thugs in to deal with them. Yeah, that's not bad. Although he's about to drop a whole bunch of civilians though. That's problematic. That is problematic. Alright. So, do I take the hit on her? You know what, Frank? I'm going to do it. Yep. Let's do it. Alright. So she's going to block the hit. She's blocking that hit. Ignore 1 damage. You may ignore 1 damage each villain turn. Now, he is dealing... It's not unpreventable, is it? Deal 1 damage. Yep. Okay. Yep, that's fine. To 1 hero. Yep, it's not each hero. So, man, the only thing is I kind of want everyone just to stay here and camp here and get wild tokens, but no, let's not do that. Let's put the civilians out. 1, 2. Oh, no overflow yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. Right. Okay. Thor. Alright, Thor's turn. We're not going to go heavy with the hammer this time because it only hits one character. I mean, we could use it to smash the Annihilus Seekers here. But no, we're not doing that. She's going to just draw a card. Ooh, what's this thing? What is this thing? This thing's amazing. I don't know what it is, but looks cool. Got lightning and stuff. Has it got lightning? It does. Alright. Energy redirection. All heroes in your location cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Oh, sweet. Oh, no. Lame. Ooh. Interesting. Because I played a movement. I was thinking she could play that. Gives her 2 movement. Get over here, stand with where this guy is. And no one can hurt her. So we can deal with these. And no one can hurt her or anyone else that goes stands with her and helps out. But she can't do anything that turn if she does that. Oof. What else? She's only got a movement. She's got a single star, which is a bit lame. So you know what? I mean, maybe. Is that crazy? Maybe she just does it anyway. And then, what's Nova got? Has Nova got anything? Nova? What have you got? Should be giving you a movement. You could play this and just punch maybe once or twice with that. That's not great, is it? But you'd not be getting hurt and you'd be lessening the overflow effect over there. So that's not too bad. Do we just do it? And then she could just draw a bunch of stuff in. Yeah, maybe. Or does he play Nova Force? But then she wouldn't be able to protect him. No, let's do this one. Let's be crazy. Let's be a little bit crazy. So let's do it. So let's go. Did I just? Okay, good. All right, let's play Energy Redirection. We're gonna go phew over here. That's the noise that that Bifrost makes when you turn it on. It goes phew. Okay, Energy Redirection. All heroes in your location cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Sounds good. Sounds like a super good plan. Alright, so she's going to go over there. She's going to forfeit gaining a token. She's going to come over here, do nothing. What a great turn. But it's a big brain turn is what it is, really. Oh my goodness, look at this. What is this? Bushweek? All these movement things. Well, at least if we get hit, we know which cards we're trashing. Alright, so, let's play the move and the punch. Oof, 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 oof. We're going to fly over here. Whoa. Okay. Now, I think I'm just going to punch 2 of these guys. I'd like to work on Ravenous, but you know what? Let's get this happening first. There we go. Oh, you know what, actually? If she's about to knock out 3 of them, that's going to put us very close here. So he takes out 2, she takes out 3, then we've got to work on, he'd be going, well, we would be making him vulnerable at the end of a 3rd round, and then we'd just have to basically take out 1 single thing, wouldn't we? Maybe that's not too bad. Maybe that's not too bad. Takes out 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so he's going to take out 2. Alright, spends the wild. Okay. Then she does have a wild here, so you know what? Maybe I will 2, she'll have the punch, that's 3, 4. So she can take out 4. Maybe I will put this guy back and I'll do 1 damage to Ravenous just to sort of get the ball rolling on him. Make him a bit easier to take out. Alright, that's the plan. Then, alright, Big Brain is still continuing. It's going to be Moonstone's turn. She's got a different card now. Man, making us rethink our plans right in the middle of the plans. That's not how plans work. Alright. Manipulative skills. Move any number of civilians from your location into an adjacent location. If you do, punch in that location. So you basically send them civilians in to go punch other people. That's kind of cool. I like her cards. I like what she does. It's cool. She's got gravity manipulation and manipulative skills. But I think I'm still going to use this one. Alright. That's my plan. But at least that gives us something. Maybe we could use that to help alleviate some of this problematic stuff as well. Alright, so here's the plan. She's going to stay where she is. Hopefully I've thought this through. She can't use one of the actions, is that right? She can't use, because we blocked a thingy last turn, you must ignore one available action on your next turn. Yep. So we ignore one of the movements. I'm not going to use that other movement anyway. We've got 1 punch and a wild. So we're going to use the wild. We're going to punch 2 of these guys. Okay, 1, 2. We're going to draw from an adjacent location any number of, it's only thugs though, isn't it? You could draw the villain in, I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to draw, don't want to draw the henchman in. I'm going to draw 1 guy from here, and then I can punch twice because I drew at least 1 character in. 1, 2. Because it doesn't have to bring everyone, does it? Ugh. Move any number of villains, henchmen, and thugs from adjacent locations into your location. Yeah. And if you do, yeah, any number. So I chose 1. Alright. There we go. Bingo, bingo. So that has been completed. That mission, which now puts the villain under pressure. So he'll be going every 2 turns. But I do get to draw a wild token for ending my turn in Morag, so that's good. This is not good, but we've done alright over here. Just see how far he moves now and see what he does. But essentially in our next round we want to just basically do as much damage to Ravenous as we can quickly. Now unfortunately Mighty Thor isn't really set up to do that. Is she? I didn't think about that. Nova Force can probably do a little bit of action. Yeah, we might be starting to run out of attacks here, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so Ravenous, what's he up to? Not Ravenous, Annihilus. So he's going 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He lands here. Oh, this is problematic. He is going to put, so he's flying around, doing a bam. 2 hits. 1 hit on either side, no problem. Goes around, bam, no problem. Aha! This guy does a hit to 1 hero in this and each adjacent locations, but we are impervious to damage because of the energy redirection. All heroes in your location cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. So she's okay. They're okay for now. This guy tries to do some damage, doesn't hurt anyone. Alright. It is time for... Now this is where we start to run into a bit of trouble, because we go to put 2 thugs in here. That's not going to work, so 1, 2 all of a sudden. And then 1 on either side. We do get a thug here, but we also do not get a thug here, so that's up another 1. So he's on 3 already. Oh, yikes. Alright. So this is where it's not great having just a single movement over there. So my big brain plan has kind of fallen apart a little bit here. Now, now hold my horses. Right. So, this is interesting. Okay, so I could go all hammer time. and just absolutely Shazam Ravenous there. And then if I had enough damage, I could then maybe do 1 damage to Annihilus then, because I could do hopefully 1 more damage with Nova, and then if he's got any leftover damage, because yeah, Nova would be able to use the last damage to do Ravenous, and then I could do the leftover damage on Annihilus and do 1 damage to him. Is that good enough? Or should I try and take out Ravenous some other way, a little bit slower, but then save the Mjolnir card for just Shazamming Annihilus? It's just, she's a bit far away now, and she's got like manipulative skills, which is not great for taking out Ravenous. I think to get rid of Ravenous quickly, I think I've got to do this. I mean, the other option is I could just start trying to wail on like an Annihilus Seeker instead, and just not worry about Ravenous. You know what, maybe we just go for the Annihilus Seeker anyway, because doesn't Arthros do something about like bringing the villain to you? That could be a useful thing as well. Then Ravenous is sort of doing extra damage if we're standing there. Maybe that's a bit safer. Alright, let's do the let's speed things up again. Let's search for the hammer. Let's do it. Do I have enough damage? Maybe with all these wilds and stuff it'll be enough to take him down. Alright. Yeah. Alright, hammer time. So, I don't know why I'm putting that over there. Hammer time, flip that over. We'll search a bit. Oh no, good. Okay, I was going to say, I bet it's on top. It wasn't there, it was teleportation. Well, let's find Mjolnir. Alright, here we go. So, alright. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Alright. So, let's use Mjolnir. So we're going to move over here and do 3 damage. Oh, you know what we'll do? I've got 2 movement, don't I? So I'm going to use 3 damage in this location. Then I'm going to move again. I'm going to end here and gain a wild token, because everyone loves a wild token. There we go. Cool. Now, that's pretty cool. See, this is equipment I like. This is worth, I feel like this is worth giving up double wilds for. Some equipment I'm like, yeah, I just don't really feel like giving up the double wilds. Alright, so, well that was cool. Hammer time. Alright. This guy's like, oh, what happened? I thought you were going to attack Ravenous. Where did that come from? Man, you changed your plans at the last minute. Alright, so he's not happy about it, but that's just what it is. Alright, so now I only get 2 turns here. So I only get Nova Prime. Why is he here? Why did I think I was going to get to attack him with Nova? No. Anyway, alright, so Nova's going to draw a card. He gets a move and a heroic. That's very heroic of him. Right, but I need to do some damage here. So the only cards I've got that do some damage are the move, the punch and the heroic, or this a wild in an adjacent location plus the punch. So what are we looking for? So in order to make him vulnerable, we need to take out this Annihilus Seeker. So what we could do is we could step in here, punch this guy, and then how are we going to do that? So we could do this one. There's no civilian there, is there? We could play this one. That would let us rescue a civilian, then step in with Mighty Thor's movement, and then punch with that punch. We could do that, and then that we give the next character a punch and a heroic. Right. Or we could play Nova Force. We could move, punch, and then do an adjacent wild in an adjacent location. None of that's going to help me attack this guy, but I think maybe this one might be more useful for like getting like just pipping him at the post at the end, getting him in an adjacent location or something later on. Because either way I'm not going to be able to do any damage to Annihilus now. So I thought I was going to be able to, but I sort of miscalculated. But anyway, there's that small brain. Let's go. 1, hop in. Before I do, let's rescue this guy on the way. Yeah, come with me. He's going to go over here. I think I've only rescued like once, so that's probably about right. Got to remember to keep adding it to the track though. So we've moved, we've rescued, we'll do one punch. One punch, do, one punch. Alright, we'll put this over here. Alright, so now we are... Ooh, I don't want to put those there, I'm just going to put them over here. Because I might have to put some of these back for when these come out. Let's see. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I was going to put this little Doctor Doom thing, because it kind of looks a bit like Annihilus on the 16, just to remind us that's where we're heading. Alright, sorry guys. So we've done that. Bingo. Now we're going to... What are we going to do? Oh, I've got to read this. Oh! If there are no thugs in this location, you may move a villain to this location. Oh, no. It's not what I thought it was. So I should have tried to take Ravenous out. Because this is now, we're going to stand in this spot. Ravenous is going to hurt all 3 areas. That's all bad. Oh, no. I was thinking it would be worth leaving Ravenous alive to have a spot where we can just automatically bring the villain to. But it's not as easy as that. So I can't even do that now. I can't even trigger that now. Because I didn't do the extra damage. Alright, well, that's what it is. It is what it is. So that's where I've landed. And now we're susceptible to Ravenous doing some damage here. But that's what happens. Alright, so we are going to see some shenanigans. Uh-oh, not another negative zone invasion. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a bam. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. We go around. We get hit once with Richard Ryder. Is his name Richard Ryder? That seems to be familiar. We'll get rid of the single move. Or is that the other version of... There's like 3 Novas now, isn't there? Some young kid Nova, and then there's like the flaming Nova. Alright. So we did a damage there from this guy, because we're not invulnerable anymore. Then I guess, actually we probably I should have checked to see that bam first, but anyway. So that, yeah, that's all good. Now he's going to bring a random cleared threat. That's lame. Alright. Alright, I'm going to put one of these down. Don't really want any of these back. And it's going to go in the next clockwise location without a threat, so it's going to go here. Oh no, we get one of these. Okay, so... Oh, and he's all the way over here too. I don't like it. That's not cool. Oh man. Alright, then he's going to do overflow, one thug, so 2 overflows. 1, 2. There we go. Alright. That's what happened. Alright, so Moonstone, it's your turn. Alright, you got a wild. You've been given a punch and a heroic, and you've also got a move and a punch. But a move, yeah, you don't have enough movement to get anywhere near him, so that is not really worth it. So I think what we might do... Oh man. Here we go. What did I draw? I don't even know. I can't remember what I drew, but that's what I'm looking at. And I've also got this manipulative skills thing. Is it worth? I don't know that I was thinking I could do something fancy here. Move any number of thugs from your location to an adjacent location, but I'm standing in a spot with very few thugs. I thought I could pull them in from here or something, but that's not the case. I don't have any. I need movement to like get into here and then do some stuff with them. But I was thinking, oh, I could do that, and then I could like punch this guy, send this one over here and punch there. But I've got a rescue and another rescue, which it's all a bit wasteful there. So what I might do is play one of these other ones, and maybe just play something that's going to be more useful for the next character. So again, Mighty Thor is in a bad spot. She doesn't have a lot of punches and stuff at the moment either. She's already we know she's already used her why is that back? I suppose because I played... No, that was the last... That should be back anyway. But we know I've played my last Mjolnir card, and I don't know if there's any way I can get that back. So she's not really in a position... If I give her this move and punch... I mean, what's that going to do? Oh, man. I almost... Yeah, what am I going to do? I've got some... I mean, I could play them... I don't want to play the move and punch, because I might need that later. I'm going to play the star and punch. I think. But she doesn't... No, she doesn't need the punch anyway. Let's do the manipulative skills anyway, because Thor's not going to need the punch. I'd rather save that to give Thor a better turn later on. So I'm going to stay where I am, draw a wild. So I've just got to get him, land him close, and then I can just hone in with these wilds. So she's going to stay there. She's going to trigger this, so she's going to move. Is she just going to rescue this one? If I move this in, I can punch this one, whereas if I just rescue, I can just rescue this guy, right? So I'll just do that. Rescue. So that's that. She's done that. Then Mighty Thor is going to draw a card. She's got a move and a punch, but she's going to use the move and star. And what she's going to do is she's going to move down, forfeit the ability to get a wild token. She's going to move down here, rescue these two. Okay, while she can. This says I could hurt myself to gain... Oh, gain tokens. Now, if I get landed on, I'm going to get KO'd. Because if I damage myself and then he hits me for 2, I'd be KO'd. But I could be gaining like a whole bunch of tokens if I do it. Is it worth getting KO'd? Yeah, let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna lose the heroic. Keep the movement in case I need it. What do I get? Okay, is it a movement? I think I just saw it. I think it's a double. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I saw that as I was shuffling through my thingies. What does it say to do with the? To reveal the top card. So it doesn't even. Oh wow. Okay, so it just says reveal it. Well, I guess I'll just leave it on top there. And I get, it doesn't say to shuffle it, right? It just says reveal it. Gain action tokens equal to the symbols at the bottom of the card you revealed. That's amazing. Alright. Well, I'm probably going to get Shazammed for the hubris of doing that, but that's pretty cool. Alright, so now back to business. Back to the Future. Alright, so we've done that, moved, did the 2 rescues. Now it is Annihilus' turn. So we've spread out a bit, so someone should be able to catch him. Alright. Alright, what do we got? This guy's spent his tokens though. Alright, come on buddy. Hopefully we can catch you. What's he up to? Oh goodness, what is this? I don't like all this text here. This doesn't bode well. Oh no! What is this? Oh man, I don't like this. He's moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When Annihilus would be defeated, he immediately gains 2 health for each face-up continuous rebirth, which is what this card is, in the storyline. Move him to the opposite location, then turn face-up. Turn 1 face-up continuous rebirth card face down. Oh my goodness. Oh man, he just gained 2 health there, I guess. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I thought we had him. I thought we were going to get him. Alright, and he puts 2 of these out. Man, that's not cool. Alright. Well, let's get him as quick as we can. We don't want another one of those coming out. Oh gosh. Alright, whose turn? Fortunately, it's not like Captain Shazam over there's turn. That would be cool. So let's... He draws a card. What if we been given a move and a heroic? Ugh, trash. I should have... That's when I should have played the move and the punch, right? Well, let's do the... Well, okay, we're going to do a wild here. What's she got? Where is she? She's there. She could come in and do a bunch of damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she could move in and do 1, 2, 3, 4. She wouldn't need the wild to move in, so she doesn't need him to play the wild. He could play this and do more damage this turn. Is that better? Yeah, I don't know. Let's do that. 1, 2. We're going to do 2 damage to him. Oh. Interesting. So we can do 2 damage to him. 1, 2. Plus we can then move, rescue a civilian, and gain a wild token. I'll do that. I'll do that. Take a wild token. Alright. There was no Bam there, was there? No, okay. So he's got 4 health left. She's going to step in. She's going to draw a card first. Is it her turn? Yeah. Oh, she's got manipulative skills again, but I don't think we're going to do that one. We're going to go just the move and the punch. Yes. She's going to go in 1. She's going to go 1, 2. Oh, now, hold on. Ah, this would have been great. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 damage. That would wipe them out, right? If I had 1 more damage I could do. If I had 1 more damage I could do, I could trigger that and bring him back. But then actually he's going to go next anyway, so he'll just move straight away. I was going to say, oh, then I could like... Yeah, alright, so... So what happens? So when he would be defeated, so that's... We'll spend the wilds and the 2 attacks there to get him. When he would be defeated, he immediately gains 2 health. Just when you thought he was down... Just when you thought it was safe to go back into space, a creepy looking dude appears. So, gains 2 health for each one of these that's face up. So good thing we got him now, because then he hasn't had time to put a bunch of these down. He could have got like 4 health there, or even more maybe. Oof. Alright, so... so he gets 2, because there's 1 of these, and then move him to the opposite location, so he's going over here. Then turn face up, continuous rebirth card in the storyline face down. Alright, so that's down. Hopefully he doesn't draw another one of those, because then I hit him again, and then he's going to get more health. He's just going to keep going. Oh man, I don't like it. Alright, so, well, that's the end of that turn. She ended here. She can't trigger that. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Alright. I don't know if I held that, probably held that too close. Ay. Negative zone invasion again. So he's going 2. 1, 2. That's not too bad. I think we can get him now. Yeah, I think we're, unless he like completely Shazams us here. So he's doing 2 damage to Richard. Yeah, there you go. Richard Rider got hit for 2. So he's KO'd. Let's put the wild at the top. How did he get damaged? He must have got damaged by this guy or something over here. So he gets hit for 2. That's going to drive this up 1, 2. Then Thor is going to get hit. Oh, they're both going to get hit. So Moonstone, let's lose the manipulative skills. Mighty Thor, let's just lose the single movement. Then Mamma mia, what's happening next? I don't really know. Yeah, they all got hit for 1, so no more of those goes up. But then he drops a bunch of tokens, so he's going to drop. Oh, there's no overflow here either. Oh, I think we're happy days. I think we're looking good here. 1, 2. Because I think it is Mighty Thor's turn. And look at this, Mighty Thor's been saving up all this stuff. She is ready to go to town. Alright, so he hasn't played another one of these jerk cards. Oh man, I can see, oh man, if you got a wrong combination of those out, I can see how that would be super painful. But we've played a move and a punch. We know we're going to draw this double punch, because that's the top of the thingy. We know we're only 1 space away. So we can be heroes. We're going to go in, we can hit him with, so let's step in. She goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just make sure he is good and dead. Like, stop. It's like, nah, in case there's any more of these cards in here. Negative zone. And how many more of these things has he got? Has he got any more of these? There's another continuous rebirth. Alright. I only had 2 of those. Alright, so okay. It's not quite as bad as I thought, but still. Alright. There we go. And Team Space People are victorious against Space Bad Guy. So there you go, Annihilus. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope, I think JF, I think you were one of the folks requesting Annihilus, and I think someone else earlier, unless it was you that kept requesting it, but yeah, so if you were looking forward to Annihilus, I hope that was that did Annihilus justice. I don't know that I necessarily, he only got up to what, 12? I don't know that I necessarily did do Annihilus justice, considering the reputation he had, but I think this team seemed pretty powerful. That hammer time was pretty good. I think also, like, if we look at the way some of these things work, and like if we'd had them like clumped up or something, yeah, if we'd had them clumped up, that might have been a bit harder to deal with. And then I think we would have been getting Shazammed a lot more. So this would have been going up if we got KO'd. So hopefully I haven't done too much cheating there. Like, I'm trying to think if I've missed anything, but if we got KO'd, you can see that drives up pretty quickly. And yeah, we didn't get a lot of, like, they didn't bring a lot of these back. And again, this card here. Some of these villains tend to have these cards that just, if they come up, it makes the game 10 times harder. If they don't come up, then not so much. But if that had come out, like 2 of those had come out early or something, especially, yeah, if they'd come out early, and so we had no way of dealing damage to him at all, and these just came out, then we'd know that, oh man, okay, so we've got he's going to get 4, potentially even more. Is that right? So 4, and then he could even get 6 extra health out of that. So yeah, so that's pretty. What was that? Who did we play the other day? Kanji and Steve. Who did they make? It was Ego, the Living Planet. That's right. And that card came out that like fairly early. That was like, okay, every turn now you get like a whole bunch of tokens come out on every location. So it just drove the speed of the game up like tenfold sort of thing. Whereas if that had not come out till like right at the end or something, I can't remember if that had a one where you sort of flip the cards face down or not. But if that hadn't come up, that game might have felt a lot different as well. So yeah, interesting how some of the villains can really sort of swing in different ways depending on if some of those real sort of pivotal cards come up, sort of thing. But yeah, he was still a lot of fun. Like he was one of these villains that's doesn't break the game in like a really crazy way. Like every villain changes up the game, right? But and has their own theme and flavor. He certainly had that, but he didn't. He was just a nice standard Marvel United villain. He didn't sort of turn it upside down, sort of thing. So yeah, he was a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend him if you. So and again, I guess this shows if you were looking at that Annihilation box too. This is the missing piece of the puzzle. If you were just looking at my videos, you'd have a good idea of the heroes, but yeah, is the villain worth it in that set? So if you thought that was a really tough, scary fight sort of thing, especially considering with the potential of what can happen, and if you're not playing with the standard mode, if you're playing on heroic or any of the sort of the harder difficulties, which a lot of people love to do, then you can see this guy would probably be, you'd be a lot further back in your progress, maybe working towards taking him down, and so this would probably be a lot scarier sort of thing. So probably come down more to the wire. So yeah, anyway, a lot of fun, and I'm going to move into next showing a couple of things off, and I'll just check the battery and stuff as well, but I will be sort of finishing off with this. So the next thing I'm going to look through is the campaign deck, and then, one of the campaign decks, and I'll also show you a little bit of a sneak peek of what I hopefully will film tomorrow night, so it'll be coming up in this same weekend. So hopefully that'll be the case. If not, then it'll probably have to be next week. But yeah, I'll just check the battery now, and then we'll move on to the next segment. Okay, so thanks, folks. Yeah, we're looking good. So someone in the one of the latest sort of videos sort of commented saying that they were interested in like how the campaign decks hang together. They hadn't really seen what they looked like, and they were considering getting into the campaign decks in the DC Superheroes United as well. And so they just wanted to have a better idea of what it would be like before they decided to sort of take the plunge on that one. So I thought, yeah, let's show it off. But at this point, just be aware that you might want to sort of skip past this. I'll have timestamps and stuff, but you might want to skip past this if you want to be completely unspoiled on this. I've chosen one of the shorter campaigns to have a look at, just so we can sort of go through it quickly. That's the Age of Ultron one, and I won't go through the entire thing, but I will go through most of the cards so you can get a good sense of how it sort of plays out and how a campaign sort of hangs together and what sort of effects can sort of pop up on those event cards, but I won't go through the whole thing. So even if you want to play that one, you won't be completely spoiled. So anyway, so that's what we're going to have a look at. The last thing I'll say as well is if you are interested in the campaign decks, the other thing I would recommend having a look at is I played through a previous sort of campaign with a fan-made version of the campaign cards or the campaign system designed by Dave, or Diversion Architect, the X-Men animated series campaign. So if you have a look back through the videos, there's like a series of games, so you can sort of, if you want to see some gameplay, you can see what that's like. But he has subsequently, since the release of the actual campaign cards, he's had a better look at what those look like, and so he's been able to design another campaign which is closer to the regular campaign cards. He's got his own little spin on them, but they're pretty close. And so they are now up on the wiki, the Marvel United wiki in the homebrew section there, and that's all part of what he's been working on for a while now, which is that Age of Apocalypse expansion, which he has now changed to the Fall of Apocalypse. So he's got his villains, he's got his heroes, and now you can check out that really cool campaign as well. So that's another one if you want to go and have a look at those files there. That will give you an idea of how the campaign cards work as well. So, and I definitely recommend Dave's stuff. He always does great stuff, and I hope to show that campaign off at some point down the track. But I do want to make sure I know I've been showing off a lot of Nellie's stuff and a lot of Dave's stuff recently, so I do want to sort of make sure I give a lot of homebrewers a bit of a chance to show their stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely be getting back to that as well. Anyway, that was a long ramble. Probably don't have much battery left, but let's have a look at this campaign deck thing here. So you get this little rule sheet here. This kind of just takes you through explaining the campaign setup. So essentially you get two sort of main decks. You get a deck of like the game rule cards, and then you get this deck of event cards, which you're supposed to keep in order. They're all numbered to help you keep them in order there. Just takes you through the campaign setup, takes you through like the hero selection. So generally you'll start with what's called a campaign roster, and sometimes that roster will get adjusted from game to game, and then some cards will actually have a specific game roster. So for that particular game you ignore the campaign roster and you just look specifically at that particular game's roster. Otherwise it's kind of like a growing roster. Then you also have some rules about the player count and how that works, because sometimes you're sort of supposed to sub in you do like a solo game, or you might do like a PvP game or something like that, depending on the scenario. And then there's a little list of all the different campaigns and what sets you might need to have all the components for that. So that's the little campaign booklet, but the main thing I wanted to show you was this, so how these work. So again, spoilers if you do not want to know anything about these. Hopefully you've already left the building. All right, so let's have a look. So this one here is made up of 4 games, I believe, ish. And they're named Game 1, The End of the World. So you can see they're double-sided. You can always see the way you're supposed to look at them from the front is it'll say Game 1 rather than just 1. So this is the front of the card. So Game 1, The End of the World. Game 2, Faking a Trade. Game 3, we didn't have a plan until now, and we won't get into Game 4. All right, so let's have a look. So it tells you, okay, this is who you're fighting. So Ultron, this is your campaign roster. These are your available heroes. All right, then you flip over. Once you've done that, you flip over. This sort of gets you started. So these are the special rules that then apply to that game. So essentially, this tells you sort of like your setup. Then this is like your special rules for the game. So this one says choose one of the following effects to add to Ultron's BAM for the whole game. So you choose one of these effects here, and then if there's a loss, and essentially there'll be a whole bunch of conditions then. And so it's basically certain things might just say, you know, if this particular thing happens in the game, go to this event, blah blah blah, and then there'll usually be events as well based on the wins and losses and stuff. So this one just has one for the loss here. So reveal event card 1. So if you lose, you go to event card 1. And this stack should be face down. You shouldn't be looking through them. But again, we're going to look at a couple here. But there you go. So event card 1, and this says fail again, fail better. So play game 1 again. But each hero starts with a token. So it basically says, oh, you guys aren't good enough. Here you go. Here's a handicap. So there you go. Now, if we win before Ultron plays its 7th master plan card, then you go to event card 2. Okay, so this one, you add Spider-Man to the campaign roster. Okay, and then you proceed to game 2. All right. And then either way, if you win, you proceed to game 2. So yeah, all good. So that's that card there. All right, so we go game 2. Faking a trade. So again, the villain is Ultron, but different campaigns it might give you a completely different villain, but you know, thematically Ultron just kind of keeps coming with all these clones and stuff like that, so, or drones or whatever they're called. So you play Ultron again. The campaign roster adds a bunch of characters, but the heroes used in game 1 cannot be used in this game, though the rest of the campaign roster is available. So from that original where's it going? Yeah, original roster here. You can use anyone you didn't use, plus all these new ones. All right, so we flip over now. Now you choose 2 of the following effects. So he sort of beefs up even more. And then if you lose, you go to event 3. If you win, you proceed to game 3. So let's have a look at event 3. So we've looked at 1, 2, 3. All right, so this says play game 2 again, except this time distribute 4 amongst the heroes during setup. Okay, so fail again, fail better again. All right, and so this one is pretty, it's kind of like a very basic campaign. So this sort of just gives you a very basic idea of how this works, but I will say that some of the other campaigns, especially the longer ones, have a lot more sort of like different things going on and interesting things. This one seems to be sort of repeating the same thing over again, but hopefully this gives you a bit of an idea of how things hang together, but without sort of spoiling too much cool stuff going on. So I thought this would be a good one to show off to begin with. So yep, but we've done that. Proceed to game 3. Okay, and this will be where we get to. So game 3, we didn't have a plan until now. So you're playing Ultron again. You've got your game roster. So now this one is that idea of that game roster. So you specifically just have this roster here. And I don't want to, sorry, apologies for showing off that last card there. But so this one now says all of the following effects get added to Ultron. And then you have, like, if you lose, proceed to game 4. If you win, in this case, you actually have won the whole campaign. So this is another, when I said it was ish, sometimes the campaign can be shorter or longer depending on, you might win early or whatever it might be. So there you go. So that hopefully gives you an idea, and we haven't shown off the whole thing, so hopefully there's a little bit of a surprise there at the end for you, but yeah, that gives you an idea. So that is the campaign decks. So hopefully that's helped you out with your decision making. Does that sound like a system that you think would be worthwhile getting? Just be aware that there's a bit of a range of different sort of lengths and complexities of the campaign. So if that one seemed a little bit vanilla for you, they do get a bit sort of more interesting than that. And also check out the fan-made stuff out there as well. So lots of cool campaigns there, DOMs, big map campaign and all that sort of stuff as well. So there's lots of options. So very cool. Now, I did mention that I wanted to show off some homebrewer stuff, and we have seen some of this homebrewer stuff before, although I've got new up-and-coming, I've been printing off stuff for new and up-and-coming fans as well, so there's plenty of stuff coming, but this one I've been really looking forward to show, because with the DC campaign again coming up and people trying to make decisions about what to finalize in that pledge manager, one of the things you might be interested in is the I forget what it's called, the Arkham Asylum Breakout mode or whatever it is. So the Arkham Asylum set, I think, is a retail set, but there will be certain exclusive stuff in there for the Kickstarter. But one of the things that it has in there is a mode where you can play as the villains. And so I just wanted to show off something that I'm hoping to film tomorrow, because not to be left out, us Marvel fans, we'd like a breakout mode as well, and the fans are onto it. So Rick Nichols, who is the fantastic illustrator of Cameron Hodge, the first homebrew villain that I designed with the help of a great many people in the homebrew community. He did the art for Cameron Hodge, so top-notch homebrewer and top-notch artist. He's done stuff like the Lizard, I think we showed off on this campaign. He's done a Shuma Gorath, or maybe we showed off, no, I think we showed off both. I think we've shown his Lizard and Shuma Gorath, and a bunch of other stuff as well. But he has designed the Ravencroft Institute mode. Okay, I don't think that's what he actually calls it, but I've forgotten what he actually calls it. Sorry, Rick. But he's done a really fantastic job with this. So essentially, this is like a Marvel close sort of reskinning of the DC one. So if you want to check that out and see if this mode looks like something you'd like to invest in for the DC stuff, I'm going to hopefully show this off on the channel tomorrow. So yeah, and you can see here, these are the locations designed with that similar sort of breakout mode sort of format here. And so Rick sort of studied the stuff that was on the campaign pretty closely and come up with his own spin. It's slightly different, but essentially, yeah, you've got a bunch of villains from the Marvel world locked up in the Ravencroft asylum, and as a bunch of villains like so, you're trying to break out. So there you go. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what's coming. So yeah, just wanted to give you a bit of a sneak peek there and see how that goes. But he's got some interesting little twists and takes on it that he's done, and we'll test out and see what we think. So anyway, well, thank you very much, guys. Plenty more stuff to come on the channel and stuff as well. So, but of course, once we've shown off that mode there, I've got some other homebrew things. But in terms of the official stuff, I definitely want to keep showing off all this sort of stuff as well. So I'm really looking forward to sort of being able to pick and choose my own stuff at the moment, which is cool. But I'm also super happy to hear if you guys have got a particular request that you want to see from any of the multiverse stuff, or really anything. Yeah, let me know. I don't. One proviso: I don't have any of the witching hour stuff yet, so I'm hoping that there'll be enough of that available online when it eventually comes online that I'll be able to get it. But I do not have that, unfortunately. So if you want to see the Scarly Witch, I won't be able to help you out with that one, at least for the short term. But anything else, yeah, let us know and we'll look into it. But anyway, well, thank you very much, guys. Hope that was a lot of fun. We took down the scary bug guy. And on to the next one. So there we go. I think I got pretty lucky. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and Maple Monkey out. See ya. Bye.